Hello friends, welcome back. In today's session, we are going to see the deployment based cloud models of cloud computing of SAP Cloud Platform Integration session. Just to recap, in the last session, we have gone through the service based model. We'll just recap that what is IaaS, what is PaaS, and what is SaaS. Infrastructure as a service is a cloud service model in which an organization outsources the equipment used to support operations, including storage, hardware, and servers, and networking components. In IaaS, providers owns the equipments and is responsible for housing, running, and maintaining of entire hardware part. So in other words, it gives the complete infrastructure part. The overall goal of IaaS is to provide a flexible, standard, and virtually operating environment that becomes the foundation for higher level, say PA platform as a service and software as a service. This service model is suitable for companies which occasionally have temporary infrastructure needs or they are trying to make the shift from capital to operating expenditure. So this service model, it is like infrastructure is completely managed by service provider. Coming to next level, that is platform as a service. This delivers a whole platform with related services such as persistence, authentication, and connectivity. This PaaS provides a deployment platform designed to help customers and independent software vendors and partners to rapidly create innovative software application in the cloud. Uh, SAP's key offering in this context is SAP Cloud Platform. This allows SAP partners, SAP customers, and SAP developers to build, deploy, and operate non-ABAP application in an open and standard-based cloud environment, which offers a number of shared application services. Coming to SaaS, that is software as a service, sometimes this is also referred as a on-demand software, is a complete package software delivery model in which software and associated data are centrally hosted on the cloud. In this model, software applications are delivered and managed remotely over a secure internet connections and standard web browsers. In today's world, this SaaS is mainly used for non-core and non-differentiating applications such as customer relationship management, human resource, or procurement applications. Okay, now let's move on to the next model. It is a deployment based model. In this model, we have public, managed, private, and on-premises. This model defines how the company deploys software. This could be either on-premise or private or managed or public cloud. And sometimes it is a hybrid as well. Overall, the deployment options describes various software deployment approaches in terms of infrastructure, software lifecycle management, and licensing part. In all these four and one more, that hybrid model, these all models can be differentiated using the some of the key characteristics that is here. These are all the key characteristics. Mm, Already I have mentioned, but apart from this, there is something like exclusiveness of applications like single user or multiple customers. Say public, we have multiple customers, whereas it is other models we have single users, and sometimes it's a access type also, either dedicated VPN or web access. Also depends on location of the hardware, either customer premises or third party or cloud vendor. Also depends on the infrastructure and application management provider. Sometimes it is completely managed by cloud vendor, sometimes it is managed by third party. So also depends on the possibility of modifications and flexibility in upgrade flexibility. Also depends on type of the configuration and also depends on the pricing model. Let's see one by one in details. Now let's concentrate on public cloud. This public cloud deployment provides customers with access to the provider's applications running on a cloud infrastructure, while the resources are located on the cloud provider's premises and are shared by multiple customers. These all customers accessing these applications or infrastructure via internet. One of the important factors driving this public cloud adoption is need to reduce overall expenditure on IT. It offers less flexibility for customization and downtimes and maintenance windows. That means it is for mass. This model is suitable for companies that have few regulatory hurdles to overcome and are looking to outsource part of their IT environment in order to reduce capital expense and also bring down operational IT costs. Next, move on to managed cloud. In this managed cloud deployment options, resources are dedicated to one customer and accessed via dedicated VPN, while infrastructure is owned, managed, and operated by the cloud provider. And most of the time, it is in cloud provider's data center. In this model, almost is similar to private cloud model, while the party is responsible for operations and maintenance of the cloud environment in the cloud provider. In the private cloud model, it is maintained, this infrastructure is maintained by customer or the third party, but in managed cloud, this entire thing is managed by cloud provider. The advantage of this model is to utilize the cutting edge technology of this cloud computing without having the infrastructure burden. In SAP context, the private managed cloud offering is SAP HANA Enterprise Cloud. Coming to private cloud, these resources are dedicated exclusively to one specific customer, and infrastructure is owned, managed, and operated by the customer himself or he is outsourcing to third party. And most of the time, it is located in customer premises or third party premises. Whereas managed cloud, this entire infrastructure is provided by the cloud provider. In this case, private cloud it is dedicated to one particular customer. This private cloud model is largely comparable to when company buys, builds and manages its own infrastructure, but it can help mitigate challenges and concerns related to data security. Suppose if you put everything in cloud provider, there is a vulnerability in data security. But here we can completely have the control over security. Even internet related security also addressed by means of single VPN access rather than uh, web access. Also, this private cloud can be managed within customer firewall. So there is very minimum vulnerability in security. This model is also suitable for applications which require heavy customization as they deliver competitive edge functionality. Most of the time, this model is applied for mission critical applications and with heavy secured environment, then they will go for private cloud. In the on-premise deployment model, the software is deployed on server at the customer's premises, where customer only manages the entire infrastructure and controls the infrastructure, software, and data. This on-premise is like a classic approach where we are very minimum or no use of cloud here. This approach is suitable for companies. They want to have full control over the IT environment. Then only they will go for this approach. The last one is a hybrid cloud deployment model. In this hybrid cloud deployment model, it is a mix of either on-premise and private, or on-premise or managed, or on-premise or public. It is a mix and match depending on the customer requirement. In this deployment, public, private, and on-premise applications are the combined and seamlessly integrated. It is like mix and match. Uh, suppose some customer wants some part is privately handled and some of the part can be accessed publicly. So this carefully they assess the requirement and come up with that planned hybrid model. Sometimes this is best model to balance companies convenience and security. So it is a best model. Okay, different scenario. Next session we are going to see different cloud integration scenario. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. So please go through that. If you have any doubts, please go and comment. Okay, we'll see you in next session. Thank you so much.